Hello, this is Annette with Project Refine Life. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another edition to Playing with Pairs. Today I'm featuring the Enigma Deck by Daniel Martin Diaz. Daniel Martin Diaz is the same creator as the Earth Magic Tarot, and I know you've probably seen this deck several times on my channel because this is one of those decks that is just not getting put away. So when I saw this deck on his channel, I was kind of excited because immediately what came to mind was the Loteria game. That is a Mexican bingo style game. And as it turns out, as I looked into it a little bit further, it's based on the Loteria game. So this is a deck for a game from a box set that he sells. However, he does sell the deck separately. So if you want to use it for divination purposes, you can. So if you've seen some of my other videos where I'm featuring this deck, I go back and forth with Enigma Deck or Enigma Oracle, but I'm using it as an Oracle. I did not buy the box set. I only bought the cards. And I'm having a really, really good time with this deck, or to me, what is an Oracle. So this is 54 cards. It's really high quality. It's a little thin. It is thinner than the Earth Magic Tarot, but it's okay. It shuffles really nice. If you are an overhand shuffler, you'll really enjoy working with this deck. Like I said, it is thin. I don't know what the card stock is. He didn't mention that. He just said high quality linen cards. The size is just a little bit bigger than your standard tarot size deck. They measure 5 by 3, and it comes in this very nice little tuck box and one little card right here that is not numbered, but you could actually use it within the deck if you'd like to. It is the title card. I keep it separately, and I think his art is just beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and do a flip through of the cards, and then we'll get into a little bit more of the details, and of course we're going to do the pairing. So let's get going. This 54 card deck does not come with a guidebook, but in my opinion, you really do not need it. The images are clear. There's a big title word. You can use it numerically if you want to go ahead and use the numbers to go ahead and break those down. So there's a number of ways that you can utilize messages from this deck. I really think that the images are great. I love that it has all the moon cycles in it. I think that it is such a versatile deck, and I did feature this deck on my most versatile decks. But as you can clearly see, what I like about this deck is that depending on what I'm working with alongside it, it really does lend itself to the readings, and I can kind of feel my way into the overall reading and really kind of tune in to what message I'm getting from that particular reading within the overall energy of the reading. So I really am enjoying this deck, and it's meant in a manner where he's using all these hermetic principles in the tarot deck, and it's meant in the same way where he is tapping into alchemy and mysticism in this deck as well, which I think is just fabulous. I love the colors. I love how big and bold it is. And as I said, it just pairs so nicely with so many other decks. So let's go ahead and get to the pairing. Of course, I would pair it with the Earth Magic Tarot, and they read absolutely lovely together. I really love the pop of color against the more subtle colors of the Earth Magic Tarot, and the readings are just so amazing. They're so good together. But let's go ahead and show you something else, because of course that one would be expected, correct? Because they're both his creations. Now this is the Moonlit Hermit Tarot, and here are the backs together. This deck is a really easy read for me. However, it's been a little bit difficult to pair up because its structure is not loose enough for me to use the Sacred Symbols Oracle. So I feel like these two have been working really well together, and the colors within both of them are so very similar. I really like the playfulness of the Moonlit Hermit Tarot alongside the more structured reading style that I'm receiving from the Enigma Oracle. I'm just calling it an Oracle. Here we go. It's just an Oracle deck now. The Nicholas Conver Tarot de Marseille. This is another deck that has been extremely difficult for me to pair up. And of course, here are the backs. They are lovely together. And again, both of them are very structured. Of course, the Tarot Marseille is a little bit more structure, and then this one kind of reflects that. But in this case, the Enigma deck kind of loosens up the reading for me with the Tarot de Marseille. So I really appreciate that about this deck. This is the Zombie Tarot. And the Zombie Tarot, again, has been another one that's been a little bit difficult for me to pair up. And in this case, again, I'm using the structure of the Enigma Tarot against the more free and a little bit more humorous side that's contained within the Zombie Tarot. So it kind of balances the readings. So I, again, like it. And then look at the backs together. Those are really cool. This has been really difficult for me to pair up, so I appreciate this deck. The Crow Tarot. Now the Crow Tarot is another, to me, it's a pretty versatile deck, but because the Crow Tarot has a little bit more of a serious side to it, the Enigma deck kind of matches that energy and that flow and is providing some really nice readings, very cohesive with the overall energy of both decks. Along those same lines, this is the Pulp Tarot, and the Pulp Tarot, again, I love this deck. It is so playful, it is so fun, And it's such an easy read, and paired up with the Enigma deck, it just gives you some fabulous readings. I really, really like these together. They're so cool together. They both have a really high coolness factor. I don't know if that's even a thing, but to me, it has a really high coolness factor when you read with these two together. It's really great. Okay, so my last deck that I saved this one last for a reason. This is the Tarot by Cacao, and this deck has been extremely difficult for me to pair up. It's such a beautiful deck. Look at the backs together. I think I mentioned this pairing on another video. I can't remember which one. Oh, I think it was the most versatile decks. I can't remember. But anywho, the Tarot by Cacao has this beautiful color palette to it, and the Enigma deck matches it just beautifully. I mean, when I put these together, I was so excited because they just work together so well. They're very simple and clean, and it gives you just an easy, beautiful, clean, and clear reading. So let's go ahead and just give this a little bit of a shuffle, just so you can see what we're working with here as far as the cardstock. Look at that, guys. Now, you know me. If you've been watching, you know that my shuffling skills, you know, they have a little bit to be desired, but this deck is so easy to shuffle because of that cardstock. Now, I always say that I'm not a cardstock snob, but when I can easily shuffle a deck like this, oops, see, now I messed it up. But it easily says something to me about the quality and the pliability of a deck. So maybe it's just the decks. Maybe it's not just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting better. What do you guys think? Tell me. So let's go ahead and just try to put this right next to the Tarot by Cacao, just so you can see in a reading how they work together. All right, let's go ahead and pull one of these. All right, we have the Waxing Crescent. And let's go ahead and pull a couple of cards from the Tarot by Cacao. All right, we have the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. How gorgeous is that reading? Now you're looking at this with the Waxing Crescent, and you're taking that energy, that beautiful way of manifesting and thinking about all of your options here, along with the Eight of Pentacles, where you're really observing your growth and how you're going to manifest all of your future plans. I think this is an absolute beautiful pairing, but seriously, from all the ones that I've shown you, I think they're all really, really good, but this is my absolute favorite. I appreciate you taking a look at this deck, and tell me what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear. I wish you a beautiful day filled with love, joy, and happiness from my heart to yours. I will see you later.